have been holding camp sittings and open house for the past 2 days. We began our camp sitting and the open house yesterday, and we have just concluded. The reason why we wanted to talk to you is to give you a feel of what we have done and what we are trying to do. Yesterday, we began our camp sitting at 10 o'clock in the morning. We were divided into two benches. One bench was presided over by me as the chairperson, and the second division bench was presided over by Dr. Justice Vijit Ranjan Sarangi, Honorable Member NHRC, and Mrs. Vijaya Bharati Sayani, Honorable Member NHRC. So I am flanked on both sides by the Honorable Members of the NHRC. I sat in one bench and both of them sat in the second bench. We had 60 and 61 cases respectively listed before these benches yesterday. We disposed of all the 121 cases yesterday. Today morning, from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, we sat in a full commission, and there were 23 cases listed which were to be taken up by the full commission. We took up those 23 cases. So in the past 2 days, yesterday and today, we have dealt with about 144 cases. Out of these 144 cases, we have awarded compensation of 28 lakhs totally in a few cases. We have ensured in other cases, about 25 cases, that the victims received a total compensation of rupees 1 crore under the victim compensation schemes. So some cases were closed after complaints reports were filed. Some cases were closed after hearing the parties today and yesterday. So about 38 cases plus 3 cases were closed after hearing the parties and after recording complaints reports. We are also happy to tell you that today from in the afternoon 2 o'clock to 3:30, we had a meeting with the human rights activists, human rights defenders, and the NGOs working in the field of human rights. We are happy to tell you that we had this hall was jam-packed. We have not counted, probably there were about 200, and we gave opportunity to every one of them to air their views. We told them that whatever suggestions you have for improving the functioning of the NHRC, they are welcome to give their suggestions. We allowed them to speak. We asked them to put it in writing and give it to us so that we can follow up. So a lot of useful suggestions came up. For instance, somebody suggested that NGOs and the human rights defenders also need protection. Please do something. We said we will look into it. Another person suggested that the website of the NHRC has got to be improved so that a complaint can be lodged even through a mobile phone. So we have assured to look into it. We are happy to tell you the mechanism that has been put in place in NHRC. All of you know that National Human Rights Commission was established under the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993 in accordance with the Paris Principles. In the past 32 years, this has developed a mechanism. Anybody can file a complaint either online or offline. It is not necessary that the victim should file a complaint. In fact, there are cases which we take suo motu cognizance of after seeing the newspaper reports. There are cases where human rights activists send us newspaper cuttings in the vernacular language or in the English language, on the basis of which we register a complaint. There are also cases where the custodial death cases whether they happen in police custody or in judicial custody, when they are in jail, compulsorily under the directive issued by the NHRC long time ago, compulsorily the death is informed to the NHRC. Even if the death happens but due to natural causes, the police or the jail authority is supposed to send us information. We engage in independent investigation by our investigation division. So, this is one part of what we did. Yesterday evening, we had a meeting with the officials of the government, because in the past we have issued certain directives to the state on various issues like education, health, improvement of sanitation, how to curtail custodial violence in police stations, sensitization of police officers, on all these, forest conservation, wildlife, protection of rights of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, forest dwellers. These are areas in which we wanted to sensitize the officers. Therefore, we had a meeting of all the officers, including the Chief Secretary to Government, Principal Chief Secretary to Government, all of them were there. We are also happy to tell you one thing. We listed a total of 144 cases. Yesterday, before both benches, we had a total of 121 cases. Once we communicated that we are holding a camp sitting, the official machinery was immediately activated and we had the reports filed by the government in 99% of the cases. Hardly one or two cases were left out without filing reports, but 99% of the cases, almost about 135 or so cases, we had the reports on our hand. Sometimes the reports were handed over yesterday in the course of hearing, or it was sent 2 days ago. But the moment we announced this camp sitting, they geared up, and we are very happy about the receipt of reports in almost all cases, more than 99% of the cases. So, from the reaction that we had, from the feedback that we had from the human rights defenders and the parties who came, I think to some extent we have made them happy. So, this is all that we wanted to tell you. If there are any questions to be asked, we would be welcome to take questions to the extent possible.
Thank you, sir. You are here. Sir, you are here to protect our rights. Can I know this matter on legal level? What are the percentages of human rights violation total in 5 years? Which state is more? And what is the position of Odisha? And you should elaborate the retention part of it also. Thank you.
See, this is a very, very broad question, which is really very difficult to answer. I will tell you the reason why. Generally, we think of human rights as protection of people from police action, correct? But that is like you. I was also under the same impression till I reached NHRC. But I find that it is not merely about protecting people against police atrocities. It is also about protecting the rights of vulnerable sections of society on economic aspects, education aspect, health aspects, disabled persons' rights. So, if you take overall index becomes impossible. Some states have done better in respect of transgender rights. Some states have done better in respect of disabled rights. Some states have done better in respect of protection of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Some states have done better in terms of police actions. We have not prepared an overall index because even international organizations find it difficult to prepare an overall index in respect of India. That is the position. Thank you.
Sir, in the mining belt, tribals are complained that they are being put behind the bars when they protest against the mining, whether they are not the violation of human rights constant. Then another issue that in the tribal area, innocent tribals are being put behind the bars in the name of supporting the mine's cause. So whether any things are coming to your notice?
Yes. In fact, whenever mining activities are undertaken, and while undertaking mining activities, the tribal population get affected, we take action provided it is brought to our notice either through some human rights defender or through a newspaper report. So immediately we actually plunge into action. We have taken cognizance of such atrocities. Other than these mining activities, also whenever the tribal people are affected by police action, we take action. In fact, yesterday and today we have had a few cases where we have taken action, called for reports. The reports, we did not believe the reports. We have ordered investigation from our own investigation division. We are taking action.
Can you elaborate that you do not believe that produced by the something?
See, the point is, many times when such things happen, the report filed by the police, there are a lot of loose ends. So we don't really go by, it is not a question of, we don't just accept the report and close it. We send it to our investigation division. Our investigation division finds the loopholes. For instance, if a case is closed by the police and a report is shown that injuries on the body were sustained by a fall from some place, we really ensure that whether it is true or not by an independent investigation. We don't just go by what they say.
What is the total cases in Odisha? How many cases you have highlighted? How many cases pending? How many cases people are get justice?
See, I can tell you, we took over the reins of the National Human Rights Commission on 30th December now, this 6 months ago. So we have started holding sittings, and the first camp sitting we are holding from Odisha. We have come to Odisha as the first, we chose Odisha as the first state to come. So in the past 2 days itself, we have taken up 144 cases. The total number of cases that I do not really have the statistics right now from Odisha, but the total number of cases pending from all over India has touched nearly 1 lakh, because we are receiving complaints, about 250 or so complaints every day, online and offline. Sometimes what happens is, some of those complaints do not really relate to, for instance, yesterday we had a case where the parents were complaining that their son and daughter-in-law were harassing them. There is another case where the mother-in-law was appearing saying that daughter-in-law has given a complaint against me, police is harassing. So these types of cases are little difficult to deal with. So if you must remove the chaff from the grain and look at the real, that is a challenge.
There are some women, they are going also men.
Yes.
Have you inquired whether it is true or not?
Yes. We inquire whether it is true or not. Yes. We do that. Yes. Anybody else?
Sir, how many cases of custodial torture has come to your notice in Odisha?
Hospital torture.
Custodial torture.
Custodial torture. Custodial torture, do you have the statistics with you, Registrar? Custodial torture, do you have the Indrajit? Custodial torture, do you have statistics with you? Yes. In a minute we will get it to you. Yes. Mike, speak on the mic, because it, yes.
Human Rights Commission is a very independent and constitutional body. No doubt. Whether the states they are obeying the orders of National Human Rights Commission or Human Rights Commission in state. Can you verify this?
Yes. What is happening is Section 18 of the Human Rights Protection of Human Rights Act 1993 states that after inquiry investigation, if the Human Rights Commission finds that there are violations of human rights, the Commission can recommend payment of compensation and recommend suitable action against the wrongdoers. Since the word used is recommend, there were some concerns whether it is binding on the state government or not. But fortunately, the law was settled at least in the Madras High Court. Madras High Court said, a 3-member bench, full bench of the Madras High Court said that though the word used is recommend, it must be taken to be direction, it must be complied with. But fortunately, in all other states, this issue nobody is raising. People are complying with the orders. If they don't comply with the orders, we issue notices under Section 13 for personal appearance, etc. Once that such a notice is issued, once you issue a notice for personal appearance of a high-level official, then they comply with the order.
What is the percentage of compliance?
Compliance is almost 100%. Except in cases where some of the officers go to court and take a stay. They, against the orders of the National Human Rights Commission, people are entitled to go to the High Court and file a writ petition under Article 226. That they do on certain grounds. That, when the High Court interferes, we cannot, beyond that we cannot go. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Transgender, in fact, today a transgender appeared and she expressed a lot of what are the problems suffered by them. In fact, just about a month ago, the full commission has passed a detailed directive to all the state governments and the central government to take census of the number of transgenders available in states, to give details of the number of transgenders who have applied for certificates, who have been granted certificates, number of persons who have been granted certificates, number of persons for whom under various schemes of the government some benefits have been conferred. So we have issued notices to the chief secretaries of all states to provide details within 8 weeks. We passed that order only last month. Thank you.